The Institute for Priestly Formation, located in Omaha, Nebraska, in partnership with Spirit Catholic Radio, is pleased to present the Lenten Reflection Series, The Journey to Jerusalem. Join Father Mark Toups as he helps us walk with Jesus on his journey to Jerusalem.
Monday of the fourth week of Lent.
My brothers and sisters, welcome back to the Journey to Jerusalem. As we leave chapter 12 of the Gospel of Luke, we enter into the 13th chapter of the Gospel of Luke. And there in verse 14, we hear that the leader of the synagogue became indignant because Jesus healed on the Sabbath. Yesterday we talked about how Jesus has come not for peace but division. In his own words, he says this. And imagine what would have happened as Jesus would have proclaimed that in the crowds. With yesterday's shock still looming, Jesus today stops on the Sabbath to pray in the synagogue, as was the tradition of all in Israel. According to the Ignatius Study Bible Commentary on the Gospel of Luke, we read, "Under the Old Covenant, every seventh day, Saturday, was set aside for worship and rest. By Jesus' time, Sabbath observance was greatly emphasized as a symbol of Israel's unique relationship with God. The Pharisees made Sabbath observance a benchmark of Jewish faithfulness and added a multitude of codes that differentiated between lawful and unlawful behavior on the Sabbath. Even the slightest infraction of these Sabbath standards would bring one's religious commitment into question." End quote. As Jesus begins teaching in the synagogue on this Sabbath, there is a woman who in Luke 13:11 we hear had a spirit of infirmity. The language here implies that there was a demonic oppression at the root of her being quote-unquote bent over and quote-unquote incapable of standing erect. Propelled by mercy, Jesus sees her and says in Luke 13:12, "Woman, you are set free." At once, the woman is healed, and at once there is an eruption of scandal. Immediately, in Luke 13:14, we hear that the leader of the synagogue became indignant because Jesus healed on the Sabbath. The rigid rules of the Pharisees had put God in a box, and Jesus' mercy extends far beyond any box. Jesus confronts their passivity cloaked in the structures of their boxes. Now, my friends, many of us have a box for God. Many of us have compartmentalized lives. This is my family box. This is my work box. This is my God box. This is my financial box. This is my retirement box. Whatever the boxes are, we have little categories, and many of us have compartmentalized our lives. Nice and neat. Each little box, each little world that we live in is compartmentalized. Yet Jesus has come for us all, for all of us and all of our compartmentalized categories of life. Jesus wants your boxes. Spend some time with Jesus and ask him if you have any boxes. Ask him if there's any areas of your life that you try to control on your own, independent of him. Ask him if there's any areas of your life that you have compartmentalized and are trying to live on your own. As you pray today, I invite you to pray with Luke 13, verses 10 through 17. Be in the synagogue. Be with Jesus. And watch the woman as she is healed. What's her response? What's it like for her as she is healed? And what's it like as Jesus is confronted by the boxes of the scribes and Pharisees? And what is Jesus saying to you today about living a compartmentalized life? As you pray the following prayer with me. Jesus, I long to love you more than anything else. Reveal to me if I have any places in my life where I refuse to let you love me. God bless you.
To listen to today's reflection again, or to order a copy of the Journey to Jerusalem booklet with the daily readings, the website is www.priestlyformation.org. Join Father Mark Toups during this Lenten season as he helps us walk with Jesus on his journey to Jerusalem.